We got the media team in here. We're the media
We're the
team.
media team. We got content. TV's in the go. We got TV in the go, Wack.
You looking for that fire Clubhouse content? Well, you need to subscribe to the home. Hey, yo, Clubhouse TV. Let's get to the content.
That's a good one.
Spin the block. What up, bro?
I'm getting caught up on a story, and a lot of people sent it to me, and they wanted to know my opinion.
Okay.
But I really wanted to know, after I did some reviewing, one, why do you think that Big U brought you up? And it's like the real reason why you think that he brought you up in that situation.
It's kind of like the drowning guy, and he wanted everybody to drown with him. So what he was, see, here go the thing. Big U is not, he don't think through. So when he says, he don't think about if I say this, is it going to make sense, right? So let's go back to what he says. He says, all this is because of Wack 100 and 600, right, is what he says. And 600 was at my house with the feds when they raided. We got the video. Now, this is what he didn't think through. 600 is the one made the video. He drove over there in his car at about 7 o'clock to see in what the neighborhood, again, Ion, he lives in the middle of the ghetto, right? If what the neighborhood is saying is true, by the time he got there, half the squad then left. It's just one nigga standing in the front, whoever in the house, and it's taped off, right? So he takes a video and he puts it up. But this dude is not thinking to himself, the video that's up, this is not a ring camera video of 600 going in with the police. This is a video clip of 600 driving by your house. Now, this is where he's the dummy. I give you warning by playing the video, the recording from the family of them saying what law enforcement told them they're coming to do. If we, Ion, on Clubhouse, have the paperwork of all his charges, and he obviously didn't, because you got murder on a high school kid that used to live in your house in Vegas. You got sex trafficking with the taco truck lady that you said you did the paperwork. Extortion, who you picked up federal money from up until March 14th of this month. Embezzlement, because everybody that donated money to your nonprofit, you moved it to your private account. And wire fraud. And none of these things have anything to do with Wack. See, this let me know, dummy, you got warned and you didn't even attorney up. So at this time, we know that you do, because it says in the paperwork in June of 2023, the feds picked you up and administered a DNA test. So when you hear this lady who worked for you for 2-3 years saying, yeah, they had to go get a warrant to get his DNA, and they found his DNA on my son's body under his nails or whatever, at that point in time, you supposed to be getting your business affairs together, go get your attorney, talking to the attorney. The attorney, I'm sure, would have told you, do not make these videos, they're going to use them against you in court. So, I don't know. You heard him said, Wack 100 said, he's going to take my contracts, and one of you niggas for rolling 60s, whichever one of y'all get my contract, I know you in cahoots with Wack 100. I've been thinking against the police contract. How the fuck I take your contract and give it to another when I'm totally against the contract? So, I just think in the back of his head, and I'm going to be real. I knew I had a little real estate up there, but for to be 58 years old, he'll be 59 in November, and you looking at life, and you driving yourself to the jailhouse to turn yourself in, and you mentioning Wack, and those people on the other side, I got real estate. I got prime real estate. I should have been the last was thinking about. I promise you, I don't know. You got to remember, I ain't with that dude since late 2020, top of 2021 at all. Period. And a lot of that shit I was reading, I was like, damn, this nigga went back to 1987. This nigga was extorting the nigga IR for $500, $1,000. Like, what are we talking about right now, bro?
He's about that shit.
It's in the $1,000 a week. The feds was giving the victim the money to give to him. It's in the paperwork. So when he says that, and everybody goes and reads it, they like, you ordered the bitch, you told her you want to bring the best, go suck the homies and me and this and this and that. I got $1,000 for you. Drive them to Vegas from LA. That's you. I'm not part of your business to know who's donating what. You had a old man that does dialysis every other day driving you to do burgers and shit. The same wiretaps going to pick up the extortion money. So they picked him up 10 months, 11 months ago, squeezed him on extortion. He gives them the murder information, and they let him go on bond. He on the street. But then again, that ain't his fault. Like, why did you even include him in this kind of shit? He ain't that kind of dude. I've been knowing that dude, Sylvester Robinson, longer than Big U. All that dude want to do is talk football and coach Pop Warner kids. How the he end up in the seat going to collect the extortion money and accessory to go drive and kill a nigga, leave him in the ditch? A kid. Well, how do you do that? So I don't know. You gotta ask him. I think it was a tip to like dirty my name up. You know, he's always, I guess, from what I'm understanding, even when I was helping him, but I don't know, bro. But you can't do nothing around me. And only unless you come as a threat, you ain't gonna get no law breaking out of us. Not gonna happen.
You know what I found interesting, and I'll just listen after this. I was listening to a few conversations, and a lot of people who were, connected to him or like related or whatever were really kind of annoyed that people were actually having a conversation from a perspective of, how they feel about the thing and how they feel about the raids and what happened. And one of the things, and I don't know if this is to be true, but I just listened in. They said that and I don't know if they actually really know him, but one of the girls said that she was somebody's niece or somebody, but so I'm assuming. But they had said, because I had asked, if y'all all were family and stuff, why would y'all allow this to go down? Because for me, if I see somebody as my brother or somebody who's related and I feel like something's off, I'm gonna tell them. And they said that they all kind of knew that this was going to come up anyway. They were just waiting for
This what I'm telling you. Listen, they telling you they knew what that mean. Look, it had to be in chatter when you're reading the paperwork. The dummy is calling his people talking about, I need to come talk to you about, about the murder. Knew his phone was hot, Ion. He said it in there. My attorney told me to stay off the phone. That's in 2022.
And I've been in a raid before, so I know that there's always these aha moments that people who are suspects of the case, they like, damn, like I knew that this was a setup, or I knew this one time because one raid, the raid that I was part of, one of the dudes who got caught up, he found it weird that one time he was driving and they found something on him and they let him go. They were like, oh no, it's fine, you good, and they just let him. Like they went to the car, checked his info out, had him handcuffed and everything, and they just was like, nah, you fine, you good, go ahead. It's like somebody, they called in his name and told him like, let's run his stuff, and probably whoever was dealing with the case was like, no, we building up on him, just let him go. And I found out, like, looking through a lot of people's cases who were raided, there's always like these aha moments where you just knew that.
Well, here goes the thing. We done did our digging. You know Sue Surf, right? Do you know who Sue Surf is, the battle rapper?
Yeah.
New Jersey dude. Okay, remember they indictment of the New Jersey Crips Rolling 60s hit him?
Mm-hmm.
Big U all in their paperwork, 2022. So he been working. He's all in his paperwork. Suspect number 4, gang leader, distributing guns and drugs. New Jersey 60s, boom, boom, boom. When they went and served the indictment, they snatched everybody but him. So here's his situation. The reason why he didn't give out his phone number, because he knew his phone number was already tapped. He just didn't know it was another agency, another division in the same agency on him. You get what I'm saying? He feeling like, I'm clear. He didn't think they knew about whatever they knew about. He had no idea. Well, he did, because it shows in the... Have you read the complaint, Ion?
No, I haven't read the full thing. I just went through some of
Let me
it.
say, you need the complaint. Once you read the complaint, you're going to go crazy in your room over there. Let me see this complaint. You're going to be like, hold on, this is the dumbest world. You got to read the complaint. Oh, no, for real. When you read, I know you. When you read this, you're going to be like, hey, don't come over here talking about this weird ass boy, this dummy.
No, I remember him when we were on Riff. Like, he was plotting a movie or something. Something was going on. There was something that was happening.
Yeah, they had a little show. Yeah. It's up top. Go ahead on, copy and paste it. Hold on, let me see if I can drop it in the chat. It might be easy. It's in the chat. When you get to reading that, I guarantee you're going to have a room over there. It's a dummy, bro.
Now, just 2 more questions. So do you really actually, like, do you think that he was, because I know there's people who know that something's about to happen and they just be like, let's just keep going. Do you think that he was one of those people, or he really just didn't know what was going down? And my other question,
I think he just thought he didn't take it serious, because in the complaint, you're going to see, look, if we didn't did a bank robbery, right? We robbed a bank. And 2 years later, the feds pull up on us talking about, hey, we need DNA in connection to this bank robbery. And they cuff us and force us to give them blood. We know we robbed the bank. Should not tell you know something they should know. We know we robbed the bank. Now here they come 2 years later talking about we got a warrant to get your DNA for a bank robbery. Kept extorting and doing shit. Nothing was going on. You got the paperwork, bro. It's like this shit is crazy. I thought he had police contracts. I said this about a year ago. I said, bro, how in the is this catching cases and still maintaining this government contract? They wanted him to have the contract so he could continue to commit the embezzlement, violate the embezzlement. That's why they kept him with it. Keep him with it. Let him stay. Let him keep, okay. Another charge. All the way up until March 14th. So I think they just kept him in position, kept everything the same to keep him asleep. But in between then, it's signs that something else is going on. He probably figured like, I helped take Sue serve them down. Okay, I'm working this grid. I done got snatched and picked up. Ain't been nothing. I'm covered. And he wasn't. Whenever you start getting murders involved, that's going to supersede and trump whatever you think you got going on. That's a fact. But when you get through reading that shit right there, you're going to be in the hallway. Because you're going to be like, yo, Wack, I know this shit I just read. Yes, he's a dummy.
I'm definitely going to read through it. So I saw your interview with Adam 22, Vlad, DJ Akademiks. And I saw it just... How do you feel at this response where people are now feeling that people like Adam 22 and Vlad TV have been like these secret FBI agents that have been sent down to take down and profit off of the hip hop community?
First of all, people open up businesses to profit. First of all, in the lane of entertainment, for a long time, we've had cultural talent, black, Asian, whatever you want to call it, Latino talent, in conjunction with companies that's owned by Caucasian or the Jewish community. In some situations, black owners. Death Row was a black owner. Quality Control was a black owner. Cash Money, that's a black owner. No Limit, black owner. Rap a Lot, black owners, right? So it's a lot of, I'm a black owner of my independent label, right? So you can't say like, oh, of course he's doing it to make money. Now, if we go empower it, we only empower something and go to something because it's something we feel we need. That's it. Adam started it with the SoundCloud rappers. Built this platform, it is what it is now. And the No Jumper side is a small fraction of what he does. His money comes from the Plug Talk side, if you really want to know, which is him and his wife. Every now and then they got a black co-host with him back there. So if you really want to know where his money comes from, that's where it comes from. But you can't get mad by asking questions. Ask a question. What they tend to do is over-answer the question. Yo, man, what's your relationship with Little D? You can simply say, I with him, I don't with him. We used to round, but as the last couple years, we ain't talked. They say, oh, that bitch, let me tell you what they did. We pulled a robbery, right? Gonna try to give me 10,000. Yeah, man, we robbed these in Malibu, hit their house, came up, cause a little bitch that's the maid told us the code to the, what are you doing? Start hypnotizing niggas in there. Half the time these people be saying shit, we just be looking at them. We gonna be knowing I be thinking it's cap. The Meek Mill shit they said. Meek Mill paid 50,000, Rick Ross, all that shit was cap. You got substance nigga Orlando Brown. How much of the shit that comes out of his mouth is true,
Not a lot.
Okay, but people watch it. So do you get mad at Adam for inviting them? Adam for questioning him for saying what he's saying, or the people that watch it get a lot of views? If Adam looks and say, yo, we got 500,000 hits on this, I'm gonna invite him back. Whose fault is it?
Definitely their fault. What do you think they get out of that? Going up there and telling their street business.
I don't know. I don't know how to determine what's like some bullshit versus what's some real shit. Like, Luce Cannon made up a whole story about how Meek Mills and them brought their jury back, and none of it never happened. So, I knew Meek Mills was gonna respond. He said, man, I ain't never seen this dude in my life. So it's just, nowadays, Ion, what I've been watching with this 607 dude, Orlando Brown, once upon a time, the speakers was people who had experiences, and they'd go a little more in depth on what might have happened or may not have happened. Oh yeah, I was there when Biggie, performed or wrote this song, and this dude was the one that came with the hook, and these dudes were, okay, that's what it was. Now, hitting up their storytelling with just straight lies, and people was watching it. So now that people see that that's what's working, everybody's doing it. They just get up there and just say 607 Unc gets up there. What? On Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ came to me. On my mama. What are you talking about? I had a goat drive me to San Francisco. You didn't know goats could drive? I had a driving goat on my mama. And like, people's, they watch. He make these little faces and all this shit. And they watch him. So do you get mad at him for finding a way to where he can sit there and bullshit and make some money? And the person says, oh, I thought it was the truth. That's on your dumb ass. Like, this where it is. So I don't be knowing unless I know personally was what. When a nigga talking, nigga just talking to me. They take it, they clip it, boom. This what the world is. Okay, watch this, Ion. I done got 50 text messages since I got up this morning and posted 2 hours ago. 678 people that liked and shared this shit. Let me look at this shit, bro. Hold on. 30,000 views, 1,784 interactions, 815 profile activities, 17,641 accounts reached, right? Because I got up this morning and put up, they doubled back on Adam 22 this morning. Shit just got real. Oh, Brick Baby might be in trouble. Do you think Adam will give them what they want? To get a bail? Comment below. Today ain't looking so good. Free the 22ster. I got up and put that up, and that much interaction has happened. At least 30% of those people are going to talk about that for the next couple days. Straight up. The feds came to get Adam. Wack posted it. All I posted was 3 white dudes in FBI jackets. No Adam. This is what it is. I'm going to start the day off with controlling the narrative of the conversation. Nothing about what I put up. Shows, no arrests, no booking, no Adam in cuffs. Lord forbid Adam put some handcuffs on and get in the back of a Crown Vic. Oh, it's really going to go viral. I can go outside right now and lay on the ground, stretched out, and R&B can take a quick thing and go, yo, they got Wack 100 laid down. They finna arrest him right now. And the world gonna go crazy. This is the world we live in. I don't believe none of this shit until I see something to make me believe it. Luce Cannon got shit in there that has no bearing, relation, or effect on what his charge is. His charge is a robbery on a weed dispensary in downtown LA. There's no paperwork or complaint on a robbery of Meek Mill. They're saying he said this. And I'm going to be real. What the feds really did is they kind of weakened their case. Because now he has documented proof that he just said shit. You get what I'm saying? It's proof. It's like, yo, Meek Mills and Rick Ross say they never met this man in his life. But you guys took that shit and really put it in your complaint.
So do you think that you don't think that he has an opportunity to get out, right?
Who? Big U?
Yeah.
Well, here go the thing. It's 19 people on there. But what I'm hearing is a bunch of people wondering why they on there. So I don't know, like those Hispanic dudes. They like, yo, we know the dude, but we might have did business once or twice. So that's telling me somebody in that circle is telling about whatever business they've done. You get what I'm saying? So I think with him, they let his right-hand man go. Marty, they let him go. Bear Claw. The other dude, he telling, they let him go. The chick, she telling, they let her go. So that's extortion, sex trafficking, and the dude on the contracts with him that was a part of all this shit with him. But I don't believe they tied him to the murder. They let him go. And one of the other dudes that was helping Robinson pick up, they let him go. Brick Baby got a total different case. He got gun charges and a robbery. Luce Cannon got a total different case, but it's all directed towards the same victim that was being extorted on the Big U side in the complaint. So this is why they trying to tie them all together. Right? So them letting him go with that murder, boy, I mean, I know he would love to go free, but if he think niggas think he thought he was telling, boy, he walk out there with all them trumped up charges and nothing dismissed, they really gonna say he telling. He got a federal murder charge.
Clubhouse TV. Clubhouse TV. Clubhouse TV.
Up YouTube's Clubhouse TV, where we break down the real from the fake. Today, y'all heard, we got Wack 100 in the hot seat, reacting to Big U, trying to line him up. And Luce Cannon, he's caught in the mix, throwing Meek Mill's name in the dirt. So let's get into it. Now, let's start with Wack 100 and Big U. If you know their history, you know they were once solid, but Wack's claiming Big U tried to line him up, set him up on his way to the big house. Mentioned Wack's name. Said y'all need to take him and 600 down as well. And y'all heard Wack's reaction. Now, Wack claiming Big U tried to line him up, and that ain't just industry beef. It's personal. Wack says the receipts are real, and y'all seen them. Now, word is, folks behind the scenes tried to backdoor him while smiling in his face. And Wack, he's not one to let that slide. It's probably how all this got started. Now, there's Luce Cannon. Went on air claiming there was extortion talk around Meek Mill and Rick Ross paid the $50K, and Wack was at the center. But Wack ain't having it. He called it cap, saying Luce is chasing clout and trying to rewrite narratives, basically lying. According to Wack, there was never no conversation about extortion, especially not with Meek. And let's be real, when Wack speaks, the room's gonna listen. But Luce doubling down made this even messier. Now, this ain't just beef. It's a web of street politics, old alliances, and media smoke. Wack's calling for accountability while Big U's been mostly silent. I mean, how can he speak and be heard unless he's make phone calls and put them on the net? Like Luce Cannon. He might have just inserted himself in a heavyweight bout he wasn't ready for. What do y'all think? Is Wack keeping it real, or is this just more Clubhouse chaos? Drop a comment, like the video, and don't forget to subscribe to Clubhouse TV, where we keeping it raw every time.